COVID come in, and like, did you find that it was a challenge to get product images online? Did you need to like suddenly push a lot more onto e-com, and what were some of the solutions that you tried to adopt? You mentioned 3D, and I want to talk a little bit more about 3D because that's also what brought us together, but I also want to understand your, what happened with product imagery, e-com. How did you sort of overcome some of that, or are still working towards it?
Okay, so we have two sides of our business. We have our the direct to consumer, and we have our wholesale side of the business. So for the wholesale side of the business, the good thing is that we have been pushing digital innovations and digital transformation even before COVID. So when COVID hit, of course it accelerated, but we were ready for it. So we were one of the few brands that as soon as COVID hit, we already had the tools to be able to implement. So we didn't have to rush for it. But the brands that were not 100% digital, they start to like ask to be 100% digital. But we already had the tools to be able to do that. So it wasn't like a big change for everybody because the tools already exist. So that's something that we're very proud of because it's not that we foresaw a pandemic happening. Nobody nobody saw that, but as we were pushing for more digital transformation, we saw that that was the way to be able to do that. And we got a lot of praise from the retailers and for everybody to be so prepared and so ready at a very, very early stage because they were able to make decisions based on our digital innovations. Then on the e-com side, we also have to get a little bit creative into that. So we were able to shoot the garment in some cases, but we didn't have the model in the same place. So as we have been doing in this digital transformation, we always thought about ways of how to be able to shoot or to create digital assets for e-com without having everybody in the same place. So how do we can use our 3D images and then create overpose those 3D images with our models that we already shot without garments, or the same thing how we can shoot on a mannequin and then overpose that image on doing that. So we have already done a lot of those exercises. So COVID actually made us to be more proficient doing those exercises. We